What's up, everybody? What does this Cardano video that I did in August 2021 as ADA was approaching $3 have to do with this ADA chart on the daily? I want to break down exactly why the two are so eerily similar and what it means for us as we try and find this bottom formation for ADA in this bear market. Before I do, I had a little bit of a warning at the beginning of the video. I've been having some fun with just some light editing in this bear market, and it is a warning. Cardano is going to, once again, I think when we enter that bull market, that next bull market, whenever it is going to impress. It is going to overperform and outperform, and it is going to surprise once again, just like the last bull market, a lot of people. Here's this tweet from Ada Whale. I really just wanted to focus on this because it's not something we've discussed on this YouTube channel. Gonna keep harping on it, but once you get Cardano staking, is the biggest DeFi app in all of crypto at 8.9 billion. Perspectives on all they've told you about Cardano should shift pretty rapidly. This was like, when I saw this tweet, it's a light bulb. It's just like, why have I not thought of that? And not really anybody I've seen talking about this. Cardano staking is the biggest DeFi app in all of crypto. Game on for the newer Cardano dApps to seal some market share, top 3 this bull run. He also went on and he said, largest decentralized finance app, 7.9 billion in a centralized financial custodian focusing on staking. Not listed in decentralized finance rankings, 8.9 billion in a decentralized non-custodial staking protocol. Why is Cardano not listed? He just tweeted, this was a couple days ago, he said how things would look like in total value locked rankings if it included truly decentralized financial applications such as Cardano staking at 9 billion. And then you can see there's Cardano sitting at number 2, True TVL behind Ethereum. And it really is amazing to think about, to envision, to picture if Cardano was just given fair treatment just from a data perspective. I'm not saying everybody has to be long on ADA and has to be just fans of ADA or Cardano, but just from a data perspective, if all the data aggregators were fair to Cardano and what's being built and what exists within the ecosystem, it would be really a different world. And I think Ada Whale just did a really good job of capturing that with these 2 tweets. And I wanted to bring it up because I'm always going over all of these bullet points, all of these things that Cardano has and has to offer. And I think as a value investor, even in ADA, what really sets it apart for me. And this is just one other thing to add on to the top of the list. Cardano staking, biggest DeFi app in all of crypto. It's such a solid perspective. I wanted to bring it up and talk about it at the beginning of this video. I hesitated to do a video today because ADA price is just like kind of sitting around the same area of previous video updates, but it's at an important area because we're hitting just a very non-surprising resistance. How long have we been talking about all year long, really, this area of resistance, which is essentially the story of lower highs through the bear market, right? We just keep hitting these lower highs. Most recently, we've been anticipating the newest one, which is a confluent area. If we go to the weekly real quick, confluent area of the 20-week moving average, that huge barrier that we've talked about. And it's no surprise if you've been tracking this technical analysis with me, and this is nothing special that I'm doing, but if you've been tracking this with me, this is why technical analysis, in my view, is so valuable to use. Look at the resistance at this 20-week moving average, not even just this current week, but even that last week, we had that wick to the 20-week moving average. But going to the daily chart, this is where we start seeing some resemblances to the bull market high. It's crazy to look at this, and I'm going to show you in a minute. But we have just this resistance, continued resistance, the swing high to swing low. It's a Fibonacci resistance, very confluent with the 20-week moving average we just looked at. It's like 36 to 40 cents. There's the resistance area we've been discussing and anticipating for ADA, and look at the resistance. It is just clear in front of us. It's happening. But now what, right? It's like, does that mean ADA failed? Does that mean the bulls are just going home for another couple of months and we're going to put in a new low? Not necessarily. But this is kind of where the patience comes into the game. This is kind of where we start waiting for key areas to be tested to see what happens. For me, this is how I see the charts. This is how I watch these charts kind of play out. I wait for these confirmations and these signals. So what you probably are anticipating me to say is we have the 20-day moving average crossing above the 50-day moving average. What we will be waiting for is to see if these moving averages offer any support for ADA. That could be ADA just trading sideways as they get pulled into it. And then there's a move to continuation to the upside. That's a bullish confirmation. Or it could just be ADA today, tomorrow, just literally falls right down to 30 cents. And we're talking a big dip for ADA. We're talking over 10% dip for ADA. So however it's going to play out, this is the biggest thing that I'm watching on this chart. But as I zoom out now, and I want to start talking about the bull market high and what it has to do with this, I started looking at the momentum of ADA right now. I did a video earlier talking about how overbought Bitcoin was on the daily, or Bitcoin is on the daily. I did a video earlier talking about it. ADA is in a very similar position. If we look at ADA, look how overbought it is. It has not been this overbought since the bull market high. Now, I want to open up that chart to show you something and let me actually just go to a different daily chart. So here's a daily chart. This is zoomed out on the daily. I wanted to identify, and this is what led me to the bull market high on the momentum oscillator, slower moving momentum oscillator. When is the last time it was this overbought? But not only that, look at the velocity of going from oversold to overbought. I mean, this happened so fast. It was like, boom, straight line on the RSI. And I was just thinking, when is the last time this happened? I think I was naturally trying to find areas kind of when ADA was bottoming out, right? Kind of exiting back here. But it was just kind of, it retraced a little bit. It wasn't as straight as a shot. Even back here, coming out of the last bear market low, you can just see, wasn't really a straight shot to overbought at all. So I found two areas. Number one is the last bull market high right there. And then the other area was coming out of the COVID swing low. You can see not as drastic, not as quick of a move, but pretty straight line to the upside from oversold to overbought. So those two key areas I found. Now, what's so interesting to me is when you start looking at this data, back then, it's kind of like we were looking at the same thing. This is when ADA was hitting overbought in the bull market right here. And it's like we see the 20-day moving average crossing above the 50-day, right? It's a nice move for ADA. And all of this happened so quick. This was sitting at around $1. And very, very quickly, everybody, like a month and a half, we were at $3. It was an insane move. But look at this retracement. And this is kind of where we are right now. We're just in this retracement shortly after the 20-day crosses the 50-day, and we're waiting for something similar, whether it be exactly how it played out on this chart right here, or whether ADA just is more sideways into the 20-day or just more straight down to the 20-day. This is exactly what we're looking for. And not only that, we can go back, and I'm going to zoom out now. That's the bull market high, but we can go all the way back here to when this COVID swing low happened, and we have the similar move, oversold to overbought. And we're looking for a pretty similar move as what happened back then, meaning we put in a low, we have the 20-day moving average crossing above the 50, the green above the blue, and then what happened? ADA just sideways into the 20-day moving average. It took days, but you can see it, nice move to the upside, and then just sideways, volatile, sideways, and then boom, support and continuation to the upside. These are the bull moves that we're looking for, just this balance of support off of these moving averages. Now, again, we have a little bit of a cushion to the downside. So, and when we're looking at price range, we're looking at right now from when I do this video to the 20-day around 12%, to the 50-day around 15%. So the question is ADA going to first test these moving averages, whether it's fast right away, whether it's sideways and it's kind of grueling and we have to be patient for this, or is ADA actually not even going to revisit or test these areas? And is there going to be a continuation in this crypto market, not just ADA? And if there is, it's probably going to be off the back of equity markets continuing to rally and starting to diverge from their own bear market trend that it's in. So if that were the case, we have resistance right where ADA is right now, right above at the very least. And we're looking at resistance of 4 to 5% at the 36-cent area, up to around 14% away. This is like a 5 to 15% area of resistance that is directly above ADA. If ADA can make a massive move, if crypto markets can just make this bull move to the upside, that is just a divergence from what we've seen this entire bear market. And because if that were to happen, if we go back to this weekly chart, guess what will be getting broken? It's a 20-week moving average. And right now that's sitting just below 36 cents. So it's coming slightly down, touching where ADA is right now, but we want to see this move through that area. The question is, as I sit here with you and I don't know the answer, is it going to happen? Or is this going to be a macro lower high? Is there more pain in store? Everybody, I don't sit here and predict or sit here and say I know what's going to happen, because I just simply don't. but I'm tracking the journey. I'm trying to anticipate and visualize all of these scenarios so that I'm very simply ready, so that I'm very simply comfortable with where I am in this bear market, with where my portfolio is, and I can just visualize all of these scenarios and make my own decisions properly and comfortably. So these are my thoughts, everybody. Let me know your thoughts on what's going on. It's just crazy to watch this chart. Look how consistent this resistance right here. It would be amazing just to see ADA do something different now and start diverging, start really putting in a strong pivot point in this bottom of the bear market formation. I hope you're well out there. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.